Well, good Sunday morning and welcome to this week's Community Focus. This morning, I'm joined by Teresa Fedor, who you may know as the familiar candidate for governor, lieutenant governor here in the state of Ohio, and a former state senator. But during election day, she took on a new role, the Ohio Board of Education District 2. So thanks for joining me this morning.
Well, it's my pleasure. Thank you.
So obviously, people are familiar with your name because obviously you represented this area as a state senator. You ran as John Cranley's lieutenant governor during the primary, and now you're going to be representing on the Ohio Board of Education, a large part of Northwest Ohio. So give people an idea of what your new role is going to entail.
Well, the Ohio Board of Education, right now in District 2, covers 7 counties. So let's see if I can get them. Wood County, Lucas County, Ottawa County, Erie County, Huron County, Lorain County, and then a quarter of Hancock County. So that's the district that I'll be taking the voices and the concerns to the State Board of Education and network with the other board members, which there are a total of 19, 8 elected and the rest appointed. So we are really looking forward to focusing on how to modernize. You know, I, as a classroom teacher, taught 18 years, and I thought it was Little House on the Prairie 22 years ago. And so we have new buildings, new technology, and we can plug more computers in than when I taught school. But we need to continue really giving those tools to the teachers to teach and tools for the students to learn.
And what are going to be some of your top priorities? Because obviously education here in the state of Ohio and across the country is getting a re-examination. So for you, what are going to be some changes that you're going to want to see happen in our schools here in the state?
Well, first of all, our number one task will be to hire a state superintendent. And that process happened a while ago, and quite frankly, it was corrupt. The group was told it was corrupt, and they went ahead and hired someone and unethical. So we had to start over. I am interested in changing the report card to continue having it reflect the local geographic area of the school rather than just, you know, before it was an 8F report card, now it's stars. It's really not any different. So we need to do more like Massachusetts does. They give a flavor of what the geographic area is, you know, what are the jobs? How can we help our children get the credentials and a good start as adults? And so we need to continue working on that. Also, I'm really focused on teacher recruitment. We need to inspire young people to become teachers because it's a great job. And you as a young student have had great teachers and they're committed, you know, to your education and they're very skilled. A lot of times it grieves me to hear so many people criticizing teachers. Criticizing our public education system. Well, that's the economic engine, and those are the important people that keep Ohio moving forward and being able to economically compete, not only the state and nation, but worldwide. So we really need young people to step up, think about teaching, help with this fight to strengthen public education because 90% of our children go through the public education system. Also, we've had 25 years of an unconstitutional funding formula. 25 years, a quarter of a century, not enough resources and equitable resources to go across the state of Ohio and not have the taxpayers locally foot the bill. It should be the state. So 18 years classroom teacher, 22 years as a legislator, watching what's been happening in public education and education in general, especially higher education. So I'm really excited about the next phase that I'm going to be bringing to the people in my District 2 seat and really try to pump up what we need to do and get busy doing it.
And I think most states would agree that they would like to be in the top 10 when it comes to education. But Ohio's ranking has continued to fall. And this is definitely not something that you want to see if you want to see economic development.
Well, my opinion take the keys away from the car of people who've been in charge for over 30 years. We're ranked in the 30s. And when Ted Strickland was governor, we were ranked 5th. We were really modernizing and putting forward those resources to reflect what we need to have, especially hiring the teachers, giving them the tools they need to teach, students the tools they need to learn. And that stopped when Governor Casey got in place, and even today. So I don't think we have the right leaders in the state of Ohio to get us through strengthening and modernizing our public education system for all. And the state board has really been off course, attacking our children, our trans children. And, parents elected, or voters elected in the state of Ohio, 3 representatives that removed the extremists from the state board so we can get back to business. But yes, we have a lot of work to be done. I believe we can get it done. We need visionaries, people who are going to work with the local school boards, and their voices need to be heard in a very big way at the state school board, but also in the legislature. So we'll see what happens. When I decided to run after Jack Ford asked me, took me 5 months. Classroom teacher. I saw the disparities and the issues being a teacher for 18 years and knowing that I didn't have the kind of resources I needed to help the children in my classroom. So really it came down to the cause was greater than the fear of me never running before. But my passion to help our children really forge that future as a citizen in this country. And I, as a veteran, really knew something needed to be done. So the cause is greater than the fear of all these things that we are fighting up against and running up against to help every generation of children get that American dream off the ground like you are.
And when it comes to being in this career, you've obviously had many different positions over your lifetime, from being a teacher to state senator to candidate for lieutenant governor. So for this role, how long do you expect to be there in Columbus and representing Northwest Ohio on the State Board of Education?
District 2 State Board of Education is 4-year service. So 4 years. And I'm really looking forward to going to the local school board meetings, meeting the teachers, superintendents, principals, students, and inspiring them that we're going to do more and we're going to fight for their future and the resources we need to give them and make sure that Ohio is moving forward economically.
Teresa Fedor, now representing Ohio's District 2 on the State Board of Education. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Jaden.
Thank you. I appreciate it. And that's this week's Community Focus. Have a great holiday week. Bye-bye.